Right, so we are live, and for a change today, I thought I will do the series as a live rather than a pre recorded video. It's just a trial for me, and I'll see how it goes. So, good morning, everyone, and this is morning in the UK, and it's just past 9, and I thought I'll do this quick live on continuing on my series, which I started last week on change your mind and change your life. And one of the first things that actually helped me really um, to set some of my goals and some purpose in my life um, was to find out my why really. So so as a person, I'm a Christian. So one of the things that really helped me to find my why is my faith. But you could still have a faith and you could still be wandering in life. You're still not sure what your particular purpose or what your goals in life could be. And that can even change in throughout your life. As a child, I remember my mom saying, like, I always wanted to be a doctor. Apparently, I used to say since I was 5 years old that I wanted to be a doctor. Now, my why for why I wanted to be a doctor at that time has obviously changed through all the years. And I think at that point in time, I just wanted to help people. And so the type of, and that whys can keep changing, but it is important to anchor and come back to that why. So let me explain that a bit. Because otherwise, if you don't have a why, or if you don't have a goal, if you don't have a purpose, you can walk through this life, just living each day and feeling unfulfilled and feeling that void in your heart. So that is why it's important to know your why. Now, one of the exercises that actually helped me to narrow this down, to drill it down and anchor this, is something called the 7 levels deep. I have to confess, this is not something I made up. It's something I came through by doing a course. And the person who helped me to find this is Dean Graziosi. I did a course with Dean and Tony Robbins last year, and that's when it helped me get a bit more clarity on why I wanted to do things. Now, it's the exercise is very good when you actually do it with somebody else rather than doing it on by yourself. So it would be like, why do you do certain things? For instance, why did I start my digital business? So if I was to talk to myself and drill that down on why I started my business, I would go about saying, well, I wanted financial freedom and spend some time with my family. So that was the first question. So then you go about saying, okay, why do you want financial freedom, and why do you want to spend time with your family? Um, for me, that the next thing would be so that I can have more choices in my life. And then you would ask the second question is, why do you want to have choices in life? Well, I want to have choices because I feel like at this point in time, my life is ruled by other people around me. Like if you're having a job, of course, if you want to take any kind of annual leave or time off work, it's not just your decision, it's other people deciding for you. So I said, no, I want to be in a place where I can make that decisions. Okay, so why? So the next question would be, why do you want to have that choice? Because I felt like I never had those choices and I want to spend more time with my daughter. Aha, then that goes down to the fourth question. So, why did I want to spend more time with my daughter? And you will realize that as you go few levels down deep with this exercise, by the time you reach the fourth and the fifth question, so the question now is, why do I want to spend time with my daughter? And then started realizing, why do I want to spend time with my daughter? And for me, it was because, when she was a child, I had people looking after her. I had either my mom, I had an au pair, I had childminders. So it was for me, I felt deep down inside, I'm a bad mother. I left my daughter under 5, went to do my higher education, left her with people to look after her. So deep down, I knew, I had this feeling, oh, I'm a bad mom. And that's the importance of the exercise. So it will, because always when we try to do things, we think, um, basically, like, we do things, oh, we want financial freedom, but you have to go down to why you want to have that financial freedom. So for me, I had that, that mindset deep down in the subconscious level. Oh, I'm not there for my daughter when she was young, and I want to be there for her when she's growing up. At least I want a second chance in my life. And then the fifth and the sixth question could be like, why do you want a second chance in your life? Because when I grow up, I want to actually have someone around me. As part of my job, I've developed lots of skill sets throughout the years, and I've got special interest. And one of my specialty is frailty, and I see a lot of old adults having a lot of regrets in their lives, and them living alone and not having anyone. And deep down, I think there is that thing in my heart that, okay, I don't want to grow old and be alone and not there for my daughter, for her not to have that feeling. Because I want that relationship that even when she grows up, that we're always talking, and she knows that she can come to mom no matter what. And so that is my why. For me, it is to spend quality time, to make my daughter feel like mom is there. She can come to mom no matter what, however old she is. So, where did we start with the exercise? And this is the reason why I started the business. So, if you go just superficial level, like, oh, I started the business because, and that was my first question. So, because I wanted financial freedom and, then have choices. But if you break it down and go to level 6 and 7, you will know your core of why you want to do these things. And that is deep. And once you are that deep, it's amazing, because that is something that's rock solid and deep, and you can anchor yourself. And no matter, and when you lose purpose in your life, when you lose that purpose in your life, when you do this exercise, the 7 levels deep, and when you reach that core state where this is actually why I'm doing this, because when I'm growing old, I want my daughter to have a good relationship with me. And for that, I need to have time. I need to spend time and create that relationship, which I didn't when she was under 5. And that is why I'm doing this. And knowing that why is good, because when you lose your way, because when obstacles and challenges come your way, you will lose sometimes your motivation. You will lose your mojo, and you'll be like, oh, I don't want to do this today. I don't want to be doing another ad today. I don't want to go in for work today. But when you do the exercise, and when you come to realize why your actual why is the 7th level deep, and sometimes you might need to actually, you might forget, and so you might need to do this exercise even once a month, or even twice a month to reach that. You will quickly be able to ground yourself. You'd be quickly able to reach that level and change your life, really. So I really, really encourage anyone here today who's lost their mojo, who feel like they don't have a sense of purpose, they have no goals, because the first thing you need to know is what you really want in life. and what your goal and what your purpose is. Because the last thing you want to live in this life is live through this life, journey through this life, having no purpose and no real goal and being unfulfilled. And even if you know that, sometimes by doing this exercise, you can root yourself back in and immediately get your mojo back, your motivation back. And this is why I am doing what I am doing. Hope that's been helpful. And I encourage each one of you to actually go through the exercise of the 7 levels deep. It's changed my life. And I'm sure if you do it, it will change yours too. So have a happy Sunday. Now I'm getting ready to go to church, and God bless and have a great week. Bye for now.